Hi everybody, I am Edward Kosatka. In this screencast I'll show you some additional features of the import transaction module. Last time we saw a three-step method to import simple actual transactions. It consisted in selecting and copying information into the clipboard, then using a paste button in the program to generate work file records, and finally the import button to generate the actual transactions. Now in part 2 we will copy information in a notepad text file and also from a CSV file. We will use the reverse decimal separator option. Also we will use another delimiter instead of the default one. We will use the remark reference field, also the counterparty name field, and finally we will import transactions for multiple accounts in one operation. I will start the program now, and I use the same database as previous time, test 2. I have meanwhile deleted the 624 records that I have generated last time. We'll go now to the import transaction screen. And in order to activate the paste button, we have to select a default account and also a budget item, and I select this one, initialization account. So the paste button is now available. What I will do is we go and see to the spreadsheet that I used last time. Now the first thing that I'm going to do is select this information and copy it, and then I will paste it in an empty notepad. If I select it again and do Ctrl C to copy it in the clipboard, and I go to the program and I set my columns in the correct way, I press paste, so we also get now a good result, only the title record is rejected. Now suppose that you see the amounts here have a comma as a decimal separator. This is because in my system, my PC, I have a comma set up as the decimal separator. Now suppose that all these amounts here were separated with a decimal. I will do this in the following way. I replace all commas by a point, a decimal point. Okay. So suppose the information that I got is this one. If I do select and copy into the clipboard, go to the program and press paste, the paste into the work file is okay, but you see the amounts are not okay. Now what could we do? Go to the Windows control panel and select regional settings and change the decimal separator, and then end this program and restart the program to make these new settings available in the program. But it is much simpler just to select the reverse decimal separator option here. It does the same, and if we do now paste, the amounts are fine. What I'm going to show next is this is a normal spreadsheet, I will save it as a comma separated file. I can do that using the save as option, and then here select the comma delimited option here. Okay, he says it exists already. I replace it, and the program gives still a number of things I have to accept. And now if I open the CSV file, this is the information in the CSV file. Now see, it's not apparently not comma separated, but is semicolon separated. And if I select this information now and copy it into the clipboard and then do a paste, it first of all I have to reset the reverse decimal separator because the information is in the correct decimal separator format. But what is different is now instead of a tab we have now a semicolon. So I have to select here the semicolon as delimiter, and then if I paste the information, you see the generated amounts are correct. I could even take another separator. If I would change the semicolon to something like this one and do the same, and I put here the separator, the delimiter, sorry, yep, I do paste, it works also. Okay, I will first reset it to the default, that is the tab, because I'm going to work again with information. What I now is going to show is to add an additional field, the remark field. And I've prepared already something here in the spreadsheet. I do Ctrl C, and I'm going to paste it to the program, and of course I have to add a new column. It's the fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth column. So I put here, yeah, the fifth column. And I do paste, and here you see the remark field is added, and okay, we can import it into the transaction file. So you see here the reference is generated. We'll delete it. What I am going to do now next, also add a counterparty name field. I prepared it here in my spreadsheet. Okay, I will press Ctrl C now. And this works in the same manner. Of course, we have to select here 6 now. We do paste, and there it is. The counterparty name is generated. Now, if we do import here and go to the transactions, you will not see some counterparty name. This field is not retained when you generate the transactions. Now you can ask, why do you use then counterparty name? Well, in next screencast we will see that the counterparty name will be used as a way to assign budget items. There's still another point about counterparty name and remark. It is allowed, for instance, if you have information like I have here, counterparty name, it is allowed to give the remark the same column number as the counterparty. For instance, here, it is normally all these numbers must be unique, but there's one exception. You can set the remark number, the column number for the remark, and for the counterparty name the same. So if we do first paste here, you see in remark and counterparty name the same information is given. And if we press import now, you see the remark is given now, is now filled in and has the same value as the counterparty name as we had before. Okay, I will delete now these records. I have still one thing to show, that is how to select, how to work with more than one account. I'll go back to my spreadsheet here, and you see for the first and the last row I have specified the account number, the my Euro cash account, but for the second and third row I have selected another account, and I can do this also in the same way. I press Ctrl C, and now I will go back to the original remark, and now here I put here a 7 in the my account alias. If a column is given here, column number is given here, this has priority over the default my account. So if I go to now this, you see that the first and the last record is with as requested, and also the second and the third record is in the British pound account, and of course the amounts are in the currency that belongs to the account. Also these fields are interesting here. First of all, this total is the total, just the total of all these amounts regardless the currency. This minus 44.55 is the total of these two, yeah? And if I select this one, you see the minus 91.25 is the sum of these two. So I can also import the information here, and okay, here are the transactions, and also in the account you see that it is changed. So we have seen this screencast. We have copied information from a notepad text file and also from a CSV file. We've seen how to reverse the decimal separator as an alternative for changing the Windows original settings. Also use another delimiter, the remark and the reference field, the counterparty name field. This is not copied into the transactions, but the counterparty field and the remark reference field can have the same column number. And also we have seen how to import transactions for multiple accounts in one operation. I am Edward Kosatka. Thank you for your attention.